Today we are reviewing two books in the same series. What's the series called? I don't remember. Royals and Romance. Book 1 is The Nightmare Before Kissmas, and book 2 is Go Luck Yourself, both by Sara Raasch. Nightmare Before Kissmas is already out. It came out around Halloween last year. Go Luck Yourself will be out on March 11th, just in time for St. Patty's Day. So The Nightmare Before Kissmas is about the son of Santa Claus. He goes by the name of Cole, as in stocking full of coal. And basically his dad, Santa Claus, is playing some pretty extreme political behind the scenes nonsense. And he makes him be engaged to his best friend, who is the princess of Easter. But the thing is they're friends. They have no romantic relationship with each other at all. And they both are really upset about this fake engagement that their parents are making them do. Enter the Prince of Halloween. His name is Hex. Cole finds out that there's some weirdness going on between Hex, Halloween, Santa Claus, and there's a whole political thing going on. That's the plot of book 1. Book 2 is about Cole's brother, Chris. Chris is at college one day, manages to really piss off this very handsome redheaded gentleman. He finds out later that that handsome redheaded gentleman is actually the Prince of St. Patty's Day, and his name is Lachlan. And much like the first book, there's a whole political situation going on. Chris must go to Ireland and sort of smooth things over and pretend like he's besties with Lachlan. So I ended up reading these books back to back. In hindsight, I should not have done that. The biggest problem with these books for me is that it is almost the same plot. With the exception of the fake marriage trope that is in here that we don't have in here, everything's kind of the same. They're both pretty political books, which I actually kind of like in a book. I ended up liking the first book a lot more than I thought I would. But then basically reading a second book that is essentially all the same plot stuff again, I got really bored with book 2. If I had had a 6-month separation between the two, I probably would have liked book 2 a lot more. Initially, when I read Nightmare Before Kissmas, it felt a lot like Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Red, White, and Royal Blue is one of my favorite rom-coms. I've read it twice. I devoured it both times. I love it. This kind of felt like the light version of that book. Same essential plot, 2 children of political leaders who come together, who don't really like each other, who end up falling in love. But this one just didn't have the same heart to it that Red, White, and Royal Blue had. I was really hoping this one was going to be a lot different, and it just wasn't. They do kind of call out the fact towards the end of this book that this book is essentially the same as the first book, which I don't know whether to be happy or sad that the author kind of knows it's the same book and chose to just do the same book again. At this point, I don't think I would read the third book. They're fine, but I wasn't like so obsessed that I'm going to run out and get the third one. I also had a hard time separating all 4 characters from each other. Cole and Chris, the brothers, they're different enough from each other that was fine. Hex and Lachlan just seemed to be the same character to me as well. Both books ultimately were just missing something for me. I think it was just a little bit more heart to it. I think they're easy reads, but I do think at the end of the day, I would recommend Red, White, and Royal Blue to you way before I ever recommended these books. Also, these are spicy. They are adult books. Both of these books are male-male romances. I think book 3 is going to end up being female-female romance. I gave Nightmare Before Kissmas 4 stars originally, and I gave Go Luck Yourself 3 stars. And like I said, this one will be out on March 11th, so very, very soon. It's fine. It's good. It's not groundbreaking. It's not like, oh my God, you must read this. It's just a book. If you're like me and you read multiple books at the same time, this is what I call a third stringer. It's not my top read. It's not my second top read. It's going to be my third or lower read. So yeah, if you've read them, I'm curious to see what you think about them. Please comment and let me know. And have a great day, everyone.